Hi guys, J-Mac here, back with another episode. Today I wanted to show some folks that you can start events on your own. Some people may already know about this, but there are maybe some people who don't. I'm going to create a public team here, just a casual team, bonus intelligence. I'm sure most people who play this game know about this already. I like to kind of start my own, and some people kind of join and some people kind of move on, but there's no real set goals. You just kind of wander on your own, or you can come along for the ride, but most times people just do their own thing, and I'm fine with that. But essentially, I have some events that you can spawn on your own. So when you have your challenges, sometimes you'll get a weekly challenge. Most times you will. They'll come up with complete an event 10 times. Depending on what server you're on, there might not be a whole lot of events that pop up. Some servers, there's you can just kind of bang events like one right after the other. I'm not too sure why that is, but I'm sure there's a reason, but I just don't know what that is. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show that you can spawn events on your own. So one of these is fertile soil out there in the forest. That's all the ones here, but up here, if you go to the Morgantown Airport, you can start the event collision course. You can start that on your own. Not very often, but sometimes if you go to the Grafton Dam, you can start the event manhunt for Mad Dog Malone. Of course, the fertile soil is down here. Sometimes up here in Grafton, you can start the Grafton Day Parade, where you have to kill the Grafton monster. And then there's another event up there too, where there's like Scorch walking around with signs. I forget what it's called, but usually when you go up here, one of them will spawn. So hopefully they work today. There is most times I would say 75% chance that they do start on your own. Sometimes they don't, depending on if it was already started and it's in like in a cooldown. I'm not sure what that cooldown number is. I'm at my camp right now. I'll bring this down here. So we got some meat with us there. We got all kinds of stuff to drink. We're all good. So let's go over here to the VaultTec Agricultural Research Center, and as you can see, there's no event going on there. So we'll just fast travel over there, and we'll see what happens. See, just for me fast traveling over, it'll spawn the event. Some people might already know this, as I said, but there might be some people who don't. Maybe it's some newer players, or even players who've played for a while might not even realize that. And at first I thought this was, quite a while ago. At first I thought it was just by fluke that was happening, but I come to realize that it's happened frequently enough that sure enough, hey, I can spawn these events in for those weekly challenges. And I've even gone and tested this a few times, where I even went to a different server and was able to play the event again just by spawning in. So in an hour or two, you can pretty much finish off those 10 events in no time. Once again, I'm rocking the Enclave plasma rifle. One of my favorite weapons. I pretty much don't use anything else anymore. I hang on to that stuff just for whatever. I don't even know why I even hang on to it, because I just love this rifle so much. I could fight those guys, but as I've mentioned before, the plasma cartridges aren't cheap to make, and if you get, most times I just usually go to other people's camps and buy them. Usually people want to get rid of them because they are heavy and it takes up room in their stash. I'm gonna offload that stuff because I don't use arrows, don't use fire axes, and I have enough fertilizer to last me 1,000,000 years in this game. Plasma cartridges, thanks. Right away. Right now my stash is like full right to the gills, and I'm thinking in another maybe month during the month of October. I believe it's the anniversary for Bethesda or Fallout, something like that. But usually they have pretty good deals going on around those times, so I was thinking next month of buying like a Fallout first, just for like a month subscription, just so I can have access to that that stash box there that you can, you know, a junk box or whatever you want to call it, scrap box. And it just holds like unlimited number of stuff, so I don't have that option right now because I'm cheap, but I'm hoping to maybe pay the $20 Canadian or whatever it is. So we finished off that fertile soil, so let's collision course. So somebody was up there already and they spawned it in. I was hoping to show you that that could be done, but either way, all you have to do is you go through that, you spawn in. When you spawn in at the Morgantown Airport, you're spawned very close to the railroad station there, and then you just make your way through the airport grounds, and as soon as you come in this little area here, you have to you go to that little firecracker in the middle, right over there. See that guy there? Oh, this person didn't even do it. I don't know where they went. So yeah, so basically you just come to this area. I don't know where that person went. Maybe they didn't realize that they started the event, or they're maybe a little double, who knows. But for me, after you make your way through this entire, there's maybe about 10 or 12 scorch if you're by yourself. As soon as you hit this mark here, you'll hear the alarm sound, collision course event will pop up, and then you have to fire a flare. I call it a firecracker, but whatever. So I'll do that. You know, and all you have to do is try it for yourself. It doesn't take much. You know, if you're playing the game, whether it calls it up or not, 75% chance it will. So you know, all you can do is try it. I have to know where that other person went though. Maybe they're still around. That has happened in the past. Someone will be around and they're either hiding or maybe they're not sure about the difficulty level, but judging by the number of scorch that are coming about here, I assume that there is another player around. Normally if you're by yourself, there's usually about 3 to 4 scorch coming from this area that I'm shooting at a time. And then maybe one that's coming up overhead, but if you see more than that, then you know that there's another player in your general vicinity. If you don't know collision course, there's 5 ways. There's a scorch beast overhead and it's passive. For whatever reason, if you shoot at it, then it'll be more aggressive towards you, but most times I don't even bother with the scorch beast. And it can range from just a normal scorch beast, and I've seen a 3-star scorch beast once in a while, not very often. It's usually just a regular one or a 1-star. I don't bother too much scorch beasts these days just because they take up so much my time and so much plasma cartridges. Until they hit the ground, and I can hit them with the old plasma flamer. Then as soon as they take off in the air, they have the advantage. This is a good place to come when they have holiday scorched or the Halloween scorch. There's a very high chance that the scorch will be a legendary. You can get your special holiday gifts or treats or whatever. It's a good place to come for that if you're wondering. I mentioned this before in the other videos, but just in case this is your first time watching me, this Enclave plasma rifle with this sniper barrel has a stalker's effect, and it's 100% VATS accuracy, and that's why I just blew through those scorch like they were nothing. Some of you might already know that, but there is a chance that some people may not know. Unless you play the game, then you don't know, and you watch these videos, so hopefully at some point this may help someone. Gee, fusion core in there. This is a good place to come to if you have the daily or the weekly where you have to collect caps. And basically there's just so many scorch, you just pick all these up, and then you go over to that train station, and then you sell it to the robot vendor. You put your hard bargain perk on to give you more caps, and I'm telling you, like just you can bang off a couple dailies and even a weekly just by coming here for that. And the same goes if you have a daily where you have to scrap, long range weapons. Same thing. You can sell half of them there, and then you can scrap them right in that train station in Morgantown. This is a real one-stop shop. This collision course event. So that's that one. So that's the person's up here. So let's go up to Grafton and see if we can start an event. Either that other person there or myself. We'll see what happens. They're high enough level or they're coming in from the other end. The train station side. Coming from this side. Yes, I like to use VATS. VATS is my friend. And as you can see, there's a reason for that. You see a couple of toads up here. Jesus. Plasma cartridges, thank you. More caps. I don't know what it is lately. Since the update, I'm getting a ton of caps. Like a ton. I'm not complaining, but from before the update there, it didn't. It's a noticeable difference with enemies just getting caps like left, right, and center. I'm alright with that. Usually halfway. Stop moving, will ya? Jesus. Caution about this for some reason. Yeah, see there, protest march. See just how you just spawned that in. So let's look at the. So that person left, so I spawned that in. That event. It's fairly easy, you can do it by yourself. Sneak through here. We'll deal with those super mutants later. If you haven't done this one before, it is fairly easy. I've even had it one time where, so we're in the area. So this is always the spot. Every time I've done this event, this is always the spot for this event. And you'll see a bunch of Scorch come in, see that holding signs. Something shooting at. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if this particular event is glitched out, but sometimes, like I would say most of the time, you only see one Scorch with the protest sign. The super mutant does have anything to do with it. You just gotta get the Scorch, but it's really odd. See that? So we're in the second phase of the event. And did he hit me? He did. See there. And then you'll see these robots. So the second phase of this event are you'll see some robots pop up. I've seen as many as 3, maybe depending on how many people you have with you. But if you're by yourself, it's not very many. I just saw just one Scorch protester who I shot first, and then that second guy, and then that was it. Like it's, I'm not sure if it's bugged or hate to say that, but to me it just seems weird. There should be, to me, there should be more than that, but I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the fact. See, there we go. Event completed. Didn't take any time at all. And that guy didn't even see me. Still in caution for some reason. think in this building there might be, there's a couple levels to this building adjacent to us there, and maybe that's why we're in caution, but yeah. So there we go, there's 3 events. Let's go out back here. So we spawned in the fertile soil at the VaultTec Agricultural Research Center. Someone else had this, it may have been this person, but I can't remember, could have been anybody. But someone had spawned in the collision course at the Morgantown Airport, and they had disappeared. We actually had activated it as we got there soon enough. And then we activated the protest march here at Grafton. And you saw, you have to get in the general vicinity. Sometimes Grafton Day, the Grafton Day Parade where you kill the Grafton monster, sometimes it will spawn here as well. But if you hang around long enough, I have seen it spawn in just from being in the area. So that's that'll just kind of wrap it up. Those are 3 good ways to spawn events just by yourself. If you're kind of looking around, you only have so much time in the work week or what have you, school week to play, and you're trying to grind out these events and nothing will pop up. So that's a good way to bring them in. Another way, just quickly, just kind of make a mention, I guess. You can always go to a workshop. You can always kind of claim these little workshop areas. I usually kind of do the Tyler County Dirt Track. Sometimes I'll do the Sunshine Meadows Industrial Farm. Billings Homestead, this is a pretty easy one. You just kind of stand on the house and it's fairly easy, enemies that come towards you. And then sometimes I'll go down here and, what's this place called? Beckley Mine Exhibit. So if you claim the workshops within a reasonable amount of time, you'll have to defend them and they count as events. So, and even if you don't own the workshop and it comes under attack, it will show up on your map. And even if you don't own the workshop, you can, you'll still get credit for the event if you complete it, just by defending off that area. So that'll wrap up the video there today. Thanks for watching.